Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Ann, and welcome to another book themed vlogmas video. Today we're going to be going over my physical TBR, which is crazy because I thought I definitely had a lot more books on my TBR, but then when I went to go look, I was like, oh wait, I've read like almost the entire first shelf, almost the entire second shelf, and the third shelf is like mostly like entertainment books that I've either read or are like coffee table aesthetic books. So the majority of these books are just like summer books that I haven't gotten around to in the last few years, or just books I've just had on my bookshelf forever and I haven't taken the time to read. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the books. So starting off with Christmas, I have 3 Christmas books. I just started the audiobook to this, which is Hercule Poirot's Christmas, and I don't know, I think I'm like a chapter in, but I bought this because I figured it was a great Christmas book to have like through the rest of the time, because my mom has all these different Christmas books that she puts out for Christmas every year, and so I wanted to have some of my own. So that's what that is. Shout out to Agatha Christie. And if you guys are looking for a holiday read, you probably have already seen my other video, but go read The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. It is my favorite holiday read, like, ever. Like, it's so good. So we have Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, which I got this year for one of the $5 bargains around like Black Friday. It says a city bookshop owner heads to the English countryside for a holiday reunion, only to face her childhood enemy. I'm sorry, UK, enemies to lovers. Do we need anything else? No. I'm just gonna be honest, like where's the third? Out of these two, I actually have a third holiday book too. It's called The Holiday Cottage. I would say I'll probably finish reading Midnight at the Christmas Bookshop yet, because I have started this. And basically, if you guys don't know who Jenny Colgan is, she writes a lot of like rom-com, Hallmarky type videos, type books. And this is the sequel to The Christmas Bookshop, which was a super popular one of hers a few years ago. And I have read it. Christmas comes early, far too early, to Macready's little old town bookshop in Edinburgh. It's summer hot with long daylight hours, but an American production company has decided that Macready's is the perfect location to film a very cheesy Christmas movie. Hello. After all, who can resist the charmingly narrow historic street with its Victorian grey stone buildings and warmly lit shop windows? Carmen Hogan, who has taken over the day-to-day of running the bookshop, is amused and a bit horrified by the going-ons, but the money the studio is paying is too good to pass up. After they've moved on, Carmen uses a little windfall from the filming to enlarge the store, which involves clearing out an almost forgotten storeroom packed full of old books. From deep in the stacks, old Macready's secrets emerge, just as snow begins to fall and the lights of Christmas blink on outside. Sounds so good. I'm so excited. Like I said, I think I'm like chapter 3. Yeah, I'm like on chapter 3. And I just love her book covers, and I love anything based in the UK. Up next is A Little Village of Book Lovers. I got this last year for my birthday, and I've got to read it. I love seeing her on my wall. And I found this whenever I was moving my stuff around. I literally have a Taylor sticker from last year, but I've kept it in here because it's a nice little surprise. In Nina George's Little Paris bookshop, literary apothecary Jean Poudou was inspired to create a floating bookstore after reading the pseudonym's novel about a young woman with a remarkable gift. The Little Village of Book Lovers is that novel. Everyone knows me, but none can see me. I'm that little thing you called love. In a little town south of France in the 1960s, a dazzling encounter with love itself changes the life of infant orphan Marie-Jeanne forever. As a girl, Marie-Jeanne realizes that she can see the marks love has left on people around her. Tiny glowing lights in the faces and hands that shimmer more brightly when the one meant for them is near. Before long, Marie-Jeanne is playing matchmaker, bringing true loves together in her village. As she grows up, she helps foster her father, Francis, create a mobile library that travels throughout the many small mountain towns in the region of Nyons. She finds herself bringing soulmates together every place they go, and the books always play a pivotal role in that quest. However, the only person that Marie-Jeanne can't seem to find a soulmate for is herself. She has no glow of her own, though she waits and waits for it to appear. Everyone must have a soulmate, surely, but will Marie-Jeanne be able to recognize hers when love finally comes her way? Adorbs. Adorable. And I just love the cover, you know me. Next is actually entertainment. I got this last year. It's directed by James Burrows, and it's the tellings of his life in Hollywood being a director. It says James Burrows has spent 5 decades making America laugh, directing more than 75 pilots that have gone to series, more than any other director in history, and over 1,000 episodes of our favorite television shows. In this insightful and nostalgic memoir, the legendary director offers a bounty of behind-the-scenes moments from favorite shows, peeling all the layers behind how successful a sitcom comes together and stays that way. In his early years, Burrows fell in love with theater, where he forged his rigorous work ethic, doing everything from stage managing to building sets to finally directing. A job on the Mary Tyler Moore Show set his life a fresh path, and his TV career soon blossomed to his work on Taxi, which led to creating and directing the beloved hit Cheers. Many more legends and triumphs followed, including, of course, directing iconic shows like Frasier, Friends, and Will and Grace. Filled with the never-revealed stories behind the casting, creation, and evolution of these seminal shows, along with advice for aspiring directors, writers, and actors, directed by James Burrows is a heart and soul masterclass in sitcom, revealing what truly takes to get a laugh. Now I went to like summary rom-coms because there's so many that I wanted to read this summer. I just like never got to. Another reread is Book Lovers. I really want to reread Emily Henry's like first few books. This obviously is like lower on things I want to get around to. But I just love Emily Henry books. I'm so excited that People We Meet on Vacation is getting turned into, it's either a series or a film, I can't remember. Moving on, all of these are summer reads, which is crazy. I've had this one for, I know, a year because I remember ordering it last December. It's called A Perfect Vintage. And it says, Leah Mortimer has everything under control. As a highly sought-after consultant specializing in transforming dilapidated French country estates into boutique hotels, she relishes in her freedom as a single, child-free woman. And her life is full, occupied as much by her impeccable historic reservations as the aristocratic and often exhausting French families she works for. But after the heated divorce of her closest friend and cousin, Stephanie Bryce, Leah finds herself taking Stephanie and her college-age daughter to Lori Valley in France for the summer. As they tag along for Leah's latest work assignment, despite their best intentions, they threaten to complicate the tightrope act of launching the hotel on time. But when Leah unexpectedly falls for the much younger son of her boss, quickly learns the beauty and danger of losing control. As affairs bloom in the idyllic chateau, wars of inheritance play out between the family, and the betrayals threaten even the most solid relationship. I just filmed like 5 minutes of this, but basically what I was saying is I've been dying to read The Hotel Nantucket. I've started it and put it down a million times. My mom was like, you have to get into it, and I have to get into it. It sounds like so me in a book. I don't know why. I just need to pretend like it's getting made into a movie, and maybe that'll interest me more. Fresh off a bad breakup with a longtime boyfriend, Lisbeth is desperately seeking a second act. When she's named the general manager of Hotel Nantucket, a Gilded Age gem rescued from neglect, she hopes her local expertise and charismatic staff can help her win the favor of new London billionaire owner, as well as that of a wildly popular Instagram tastemaker who can help put them back on the map. And while the renovated Hotel Nantucket appears to be blissful paradise, complete with celebrity chef-run restaurant and idyllic wellness center, there's a lot of drama behind closed doors. The staff and guests have complicated pasts, and the hotel can't seem to overcome the bad reputation it earned in 1922 when a tragic fire killed 19-year-old chambermaid Grace Hadley. With Grace gleefully haunting the halls, a staff harboring all kinds of secrets, and Lisbeth's own romantic uncertainty, is the Hotel Nantucket designed for success or doom? Filled with emotional depth that characterizes Hildebrand's beloved books, as well as adding a dash of roaring 20s history, The Hotel Nantucket is a richly compelling novel that offers something for everyone. I gotta read it. Next is Malibu Rising. I feel like I've sat in front of you and talked about the past 2 books like for, I don't know, like 2 years. It took me a while to get into Taylor Jenkins Reid, but I absolutely love The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It was one of my favorite reads this year, if you guys saw the other videos. And I just really feel like I'll really like her books, and I think she has a new one coming out in 2025. So I want to try to get into this again. I tried to read this, I just couldn't finish it. And yeah, so August 1983 is the day that Nina Riva's annual end of summer party. Everyone who's anyone wants to be around the Rivas. Absolutely loved. Every Summer After was one of my favorite summer reads ever. I just loved it. But this is the third book by, the camera died again. Anyway, this is the third book by Carly Fortune. I am curious. I need to look and see if she's writing one for 2025. I'm sure. But anyway, Lucy's a tourist vacationing at a beach house on Prince Edward Island. Felix is the local who shows her a very good time. The only problem, Lucy doesn't know he's her best friend's younger brother. Lucy and Felix's chemistry is unreal, but the list of reasons why they need to stay away from each other is long, and they vow to never repeat that electric night. It's easier said than done. Each year, Lucy escapes to PEI for a big breath of coastal air, fresh oysters, and crisp vino verde with her best friend Bridget. Every visit begins with a long walk on the beach beneath the soaring red cliffs and the golden sun. And every visit, Lucy promises herself that she won't wind up in Felix's bed. Again, if Lucy can't help being drawn to Felix, at least she's always kept her heart out of it. Bridget suddenly flees to Toronto a week before her wedding. Lucy drops everything to follow her to the island. Her mission is to help Bridget through crisis and resist the one man she's never been able to. But Felix's sparkling eyes and flirty quips have been replaced with something new, and Lucy's beginning to wonder just how safe her heart truly is. How cute. Okay, and we're on to the last one. Last but most certainly not least. Hold on, let me open it up. Is Summers of the Same, and I have a signed copy. She came and did a book signing by where I work. I couldn't go, but she did leave a few signed copies, so I went immediately after work and bought it. I love Mary Kay Andrews' books, and honestly, I've only read her Christmas books. I've started a few of her summer books, but I just really haven't gotten into it. But Summers at the Saint is rumored to be inspired by St. Simon's or Seaside. So, welcome to the St. Cecilia, a landmark hotel on the coast of Georgia where traditions run deep and scandals run even deeper. Everyone refers to the St. Cecilia as the saint. If you grew up coming here, you were a saint. If you came from the wrong side of the river, you were an ain't. Tracy Eddings was one of those outsiders whose family wasn't rich or connected enough to vacation here. But she could work here. One fateful summer she did, and she married the boss's son. Now she's the widowed owner of the hotel, determined to see it return to its glory days, even as staff shortages and financial troubles threaten to ruin it. Plus, her greedy and unscrupulous brother-in-law wants to make sure she fails. Tracy enlists a motley crew of recently hired summer help, including the daughter of her estranged best friend, and she has one summer season to turn it around. But new information about a long ago drowning at the hotel threatens to come to light, and the tragic death of one of their own brings Tracy to the brink of despair. Tracy Eddings has her back against a pink painted wall of this beloved institution, and it will take all the wits and guts she has to see wrongs put to right, to see guilty parties put in their place, and maybe even find a new romance along the way. Told with Mary Kay Andrews' warmth, humor, knack for twists, and eye for delicious detail about human nature, Summers of the Saints is a beach read with depth and heart. I'm so excited. I've listened to probably the first five-ish chapters. But I had to return the audiobook, and I just kind of haven't. I've been preoccupied with Christmas books, so I am excited to get back into it. This will definitely be one of the ones that I listen to audiobook and go back and forth between physically reading and listening to the audiobook. But yeah, okay, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy, and comment down below anything I need to add to my physical TBR. I know that was a lot, but it also feels like it really wasn't that many books, so we'll see what I get through. I will say, I think I'm going to end my holiday reading with this book, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe it'll get cool in January and I'll want to read another festive read. But I'm very proud of myself. I can't believe I actually finished with 30 books of 2024. I really didn't think I was gonna make it there. I had a really big reading slump like in the spring slash summer and didn't read for like months. But thankfully Miss Ellen got me back into it with the perfect couple. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.